Hey everybody, this is Alexis, and you're watching the Power to Be Show podcast. We tend to separate work and faith into secular and spiritual spheres. But recent studies show that if faith-work integration is emphasized in congregations, members experience work more positively and contribute positively to their workplace, based on an article from Baylor University. On the Power to Be Show, we are showing people every week the impact of recognizing how God impacts every aspect of your life. Dive in each week as Dr. Bird, who is both a pastor and professor, chats with various entrepreneurs and leaders in the community. This week, we have with us Troy Patrick, who is a licensed realtor with Compass Inc. After working almost 8 years with the federal government, he decided to follow his passion and pursue his career in real estate. In addition to being passionate about real estate, he is also a devoted husband and father, and we are delighted to have him on the show. Before I turn it over to our host, all I ask is that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave a comment on the episode, and share with your circle. We all have the power to be. Now here is your host, Dr. Terrell Bird. Welcome to another episode of the Power to Be Show.
Be creative, be connected, and be courageous. Worship does not stop on Sunday. Now, if you were going to give advice that you would say, a business owner must do this to succeed. Listeners, I hope that you have been blessed, even as I have, with what we've heard today. Thank you, Alexis. It's so good to be back again on the Power to Be Show. And I am delighted today to have with us a young man who is a real estate agent. His name is Troy Patrick, and I've learned a little bit about him, but I'm going to learn a lot more today. But it's so nice to have you on show. And Troy, welcome to our show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, good to have you. Good to have you. One of the things that I focus on a great deal is how we integrate our faith into our work. So I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But initially, Troy, what I want to do is to kind of get a little bit of the background scoop on Troy. So tell me, Troy, who is Troy Patrick?
I'm Troy Patrick. I'm a husband.
Okay.
I'm a father. I'm a man of God.
Okay.
Hardworking man, just living the life. Man.
All right, living your best life.
Living my best life.
Yeah.
Yes,
Tell me something about growing up. Where did you grow up, and what was that like for you?
I grew up with my mom, my two sisters, and my stepdad.
Okay.
Right in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
So we grew up in West Palm Beach. We moved to Lake Worth for a little bit, but primarily we lived in West Palm.
Okay.
All my life.
So they used to say people that do that, they're either townies or homies.
Speaking.
Do you want us to start over? Okay. So I usually call those either homies or townies. Because what I've found is a lot of people who are actually born in West Palm, they end up leaving and going somewhere else. But it's refreshing to hear someone say that I grew up here and I stayed here, and it looks like what you've done. So you grew up in the West Palm Beach area. What else can you tell me?
Yeah, we grew up in West Palm. Life wasn't hard growing up. All I had to do was just go to school. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
I've always been a hustler.
Okay.
So at a young age, I was selling fireworks. I was selling Christmas trees.
Well, you were selling fireworks. Okay.
Yeah, I used to. We had ended up moving to Lake Worth or whatever. So I was between 10 and 13. You know what I mean? And I wanted the fireworks. So I was like, I'm going to go ask the man one day. I jumped the wall to get something to eat. And I asked the man, I say, you need some help? He was like, yeah, I'll pay you. I pay you every Friday.
Wow.
You ain't
Get
got to
that-
pay me in
got that
cash. Just give
hustle.
me the fireworks. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid. I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure me and my sister was straight. So,
Yeah.
you know, I did the fireworks. I
good.
helped with the pumpkins, you know what I mean? And then the Christmas trees.
So it was kind of in you to kind of be what I say, an entrepreneur or kind of making it out there on your own with your own business expertise. So
I mean, at ninth grade, my mama didn't have to buy me school clothes and shoes.
Okay.
My 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade year, she never had to buy me school clothes and shoes.
Okay.
I was buying all my school clothes, school shoes in 9th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a program I was a part of. I wish they had it now for the kids, but it was called Work Essentials.
Essentials.
Yeah, so at Work Essentials, how it worked was you go to the program every day like you're going to school, but it's really preparing you for the world.
Wow.
Preparing you is teaching young men how to tie ties, how to apply for job applications, create resumes, showing you how to do checkbooks and deposit checks.
So much of that is needed today.
We don't have it today.
Yeah, we don't have it. I mean, there's a big gap, and it's hurting the community, particularly the minority community is really suffering because we don't have that kind of information poured into them. Now, you say this was something that just was a part of West Palm. No,
this was actually it was a Palm Beach County thing, I believe, because at the time I was in middle school.
Okay,
so I was going to high school. So it was like my 8th grade summer going to 9th grade.
Okay.
And I did that my whole entire high school. And so my mama never had to worry about it. I just told her, you worry about Toya and Tierra, I take care of me.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. That's great that you were doing something positive. So now your high school you went to, did you go, what was what was that like?
Yeah, high school was a little it was crazy a little bit for me. You know, I would be what you would call a troubled student, but I wasn't a troubled student. Like it was never any of my issues, but I always had it. I was always involved. You know what I mean?
Kind of like the Forrest Gump.
I was a defender.
You were just there, huh? Yeah.
I got a sister who run her mouth too much.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? So she stayed in some drama, man. Okay. And you know, I'm big bro.
Yeah, gotta look out for sis.
I mean, it is what it is, but
yeah.
So high school was a little rough, man. It was crazy. I ended up going to Lake Worth High, but then we was living in West Palm, so it was too much trying to get up in the morning, driving from Palm Beach to Lake Worth every morning. So we ended up switching schools. I went to Palm Beach Gardens.
Okay.
At Gardens, I got kicked out of Gardens. I actually got expelled from the Palm Beach County school system.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You were really defending your sister.
And it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Wow.
So I ended up getting expelled, which was a blessing because I was at Gardens and I was really low key, like struggling with school, and Gardens was racist. Okay. So they like at the time it was racist. Like my counselor, they weren't trying to help me, none of that. Yeah. So when they expelled me, they tried to do me wrong. The school tried to do me wrong. So my mom threatened and was like, all right, if y'all expel my son, I'm going to the news. So they didn't want that kind of attention.
Yeah,
because they had pretty much let everybody else come back to school early, but they done gave me 10 days and expulsion.
Wow.
So I ended up being able to go to John L. Leonard.
Okay.
And I thank God for this black counselor, it's a female counselor, man. If it wasn't for her,
wow,
I probably would have never. Yeah, she was a blessing. She was God sent.
Yeah, it's amazing how many times I hear people talk about, particularly in your generation and before, how sometimes even the school can hamper and put a lid on the opportunities given to young people by discouraging them. And it could either be through discrimination, racism, whatever. Oh, yeah.
It was going on. I mean, for me, it definitely was there at Gardens.
Yeah.
But John L. Leonard, I got that counselor. She was heaven sent.
Yeah. Well, see, then God put somebody in your life that could really change the table and things. So tell me now. So you get out of high school, because I want to see where this real estate connection develops. How did you?
Real estate always was on my mind, right? So I remember I was young. I was real young, and I didn't at the time. My great grandma, she's still alive. My great grandma was rich, so, but I'm thinking she was rich off real estate. I later found out that she was a multimillionaire through a car wreck. My uncle, which is her son, was killed by 18-wheeler or something like that, and she inherited a lot of money, millions of dollars.
Wow.
Right? But at the time, I didn't know Granny had that. I just know Granny used to keep a big old knot of money inside of a black pouch, and she would put that black pouch in her bra.
Yeah.
And you knew what it was. And she would go to the highlight. Every day she at the highlight spending money. And my uncles used to go collect her rent checks.
Okay.
So that's what got my attention.
Wow.
I'm like, dang, I want to be like grandma.
Yeah, so grandma she was already in the real estate business.
Yeah, my grandma owned real estate in Greenwood, Pinewood. Then she owned a big old house over there on 42nd Street.
Okay.
On the canal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was a big house. So I just thought all that money came from her being a landlord.
Okay.
I ain't know
that it was
something
the settlement that she got. Yeah. But even with that, she took advantage of that and invested in that so that she could do it. Wow. So
that's what started my interest with real estate.
Okay.
So out of high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I knew I had to get away. I wanted to get away. My mama wouldn't let me.
Okay.
So I was like, look, I want to go to Orlando, go to college up there. She wouldn't let me. And had I known what I know now, I would have just bucked and went on my own. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, I was 18, but I really didn't need her approval.
Okay. You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
You respect your mom. Yeah.
I respected that. So now I'm just trying to figure it out. I always had a good job. So I ended up getting a job at Costco. Then I ended up working for the state. So I worked for the state doing Department of Juvenile Justice.
Okay.
I did that for about a year. And then during my time there, I met a Sergeant K, and like he became a mentor to me. Okay. So like every day at every Sunday, right, we go to work. Mind you, we working with juvenile inmates. That's in there getting ready to go to the county, whether they're going for a murder charge or whether they getting shipped out to a level 8, 10, 12 program, right? Juvenile prison. So on Sundays, I'll go to work, and it was like, that's the day where we finna make the kids get up. You knock on the door. Hey, y'all, get on up, clean your room, clean up your dorm, flip your mat, whatever. But during that time, while they cleaning up, I'm playing my gospel.
Okay.
Mr. K, and if you go walk down the hallway, Mr. K got his door wide open and he playing his gospel.
Okay.
Right? So we in I'm playing my gospel, he playing his gospel, and then it'll be times where like I'll be able to get some free time. So I get my free time. I don't go high or nothing. I go in there and sit with Mr. K.
All right.
And Mr. K will sit there and he'll mentor me. He'll tell me what I need to do. He'll preach to me. He'll pray for me.
Wow.
And he used to always tell me, hey, bro, get out of here, bro. You're bigger than this. There's more to it. You know what I'm saying? And I always knew that, but you still a child. You don't know your pal.
Right, right. Know? So the system kind of had you there for a minute.
Yeah.
But in the midst of that, it sounds like the Lord was working in your life. He was speaking to you and moving in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, sometimes we ask why we're at a certain place, man. We're there because we're trying to find the purpose that God has for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know I was meant to be there or whatever, because that's how, even to this day, man, Mr. K is still like this.
Okay. Wow.
He's even bought a house through me in real estate.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I'm his realtor.
That's great. That's great. So okay. So you're going through this process, and so real estate, so I was going to ask you your biggest inspiration, but it sounds like your grandmother was
my biggest inspiration.
Inspiration to you.
Yeah, that inspired. Yeah, I would definitely say that inspired me for real estate. Yeah, because that's what that's the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
That's the first time I saw it.
Wow, just to be exposed to that, and from your grandmother, that just amazes me. So, what else about that? Because it sounds like you saying this thing has kind of been in your blood. It's like it's in your DNA. So, what's that like?
It has. It's so. I ended up what happened was I left that job and got a job with the government, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I was working almost eight years with the government for the
Okay.
Department of Homeland Security at TSA.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
ended up leaving them, and I went and joined Green Acres Police Department.
Okay.
I joined them doing dispatch.
Wow.
One of
Okay.
the hardest jobs in the world.
Is that
man.
right?
I swear to you. Man.
So now you go from the juvenile system, working for the state, and then you're a dispatcher. So it's interesting.
I was like, why did you do this to yourself? Like, I had it made over there at TSA.
Yeah,
I was so locked in.
Uh-huh.
I could have did whatever I want. They couldn't fire me because I'm already vested.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get over here, I got people crying. They child missing. So now I gotta do an Amber Alert.
Okay.
People done robbed T-Mobile.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to dispatch PBSO for the Eagle. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Man, it's like the most stressful job in the world. I don't wish that on my enemy. I salute all dispatch.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Okay.
I kept falling asleep on the job.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
One time I had dozed off. I'm working overnight, right? And I just knew it wasn't for me. I said, I'm gonna leave this job. I left one morning. I said, I'm gonna leave this job. This ain't for me, man. It was stressing me out. Couldn't sleep. And how they do it, I'm gonna tell you what they do to you.
Okay.
If you call out from work sick,
Mm-hmm.
they send the police to your house. They want to make sure you home.
Wow.
I said, man, y'all got me messed up, right?
Wow.
So I was finna quit.
Yeah.
They ended up firing me on my day off like Friday.
Okay.
So they called, and people called me and I had a box ready for me to pack my stuff, and they want nothing but God.
Wow.
Because I never looked back.
Yeah.
When they fired me, that's when I was like, you know what? I ain't never finna work for y'all people no more.
That opened the door for you to step out on faith, man. Yeah.
Step out on faith because I knew I wanted it, and God knew that I wasn't gonna do it until I had to lose my leverage.
Yeah.
I had too much leverage. You know what I'm saying? I know because I had another business. At the same time I was running my cleaning service.
Okay.
So I'm doing my cleaning service during the day, and then from 7 at night.
Wait, hold up, brother. You got.
I jumped through chapters.
Wait,
huh?
now.
Yeah.
Well, you done jumped a lot, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You got a cleaning service.
So I had a cleaning service.
Yeah.
I had a cleaning service called Express Cleaning Service.
Okay.
And I had a contract with a construction company, so I would go clean their trailers right there by the airport when they was doing construction for the airport. I would clean their trailers on Wednesdays. And I had a daycare where I would clean this daycare out in Lantana, Western Lantana. I would clean the daycare every night.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
So, and then I had another contract. I had about 3 good contracts, but I was messing up.
Okay.
Because the business failed because I'm working this job.
Yeah.
7 at night, 7 in the morning. Mind you, I'm not there to monitor my staff as they cleaning this daycare.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm praying to God that they doing what they supposed to do without me being there to supervise it, right?
Wow. And Troy, no wonder you fell asleep on the job.
They ain't even catch me. They ain't catch me. What caught me was when the phone went to ring.
Okay. Wasn't nobody answering that phone.
No, I had to answer the phone. That's what called me. Nobody ain't catch me sleep.
Yeah. But no, I think that's great though that you had that kind of determination to say, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna I gotta
because you know why
hustle, you know.
When I look back at it, right, I was making more money with my cleaning service. I had a contract with a daycare that's a national recognized brand.
Wow.
So it wasn't, and they were in the process of giving me the new West Palm Beach location that opened up by the 95.
Okay.
I didn't get it because my staff didn't perform while I was working this overnight shift.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I lost that contract because I wasn't there to supervise it. Then with the Wednesday thing, it was construction. At the time, that was my first business. So at the time, I admit that I was wrong in this regard because y'all delayed paying me. So you ain't paying me my money, and you want me to keep pulling up to keep
Yeah.
Sweeping and mopping y'all floors, taking y'all trash out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And here it is. It's 6 today. I know every Thursdays I'm supposed to get my check.
Okay.
So by day 75,
I'm out of here, huh?
I was out here, and then my check came day 76.
Oh man, if you just could have held out, man. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you. Well, I don't blame you for having the drive to do things, to work, man. So you're not afraid of work.
Nah,
so
I've been a hustler all my life, man.
Yeah, man. That's
all my life.
You know, the scripture said, "A man don't work, a man don't eat."
Absolutely.
So you're not a partial to not working. So here is this thing now. Real estate. Now, I think that's a good business. Now, you're a real estate agent. Because you have to go do the certification, all that. So, who directed you there? I mean, looks like of course you saw your grandmother with real estate, but in terms of agency now.
I don't think nobody directed me there. What happened was I was doing taxes too. Right,
you're doing taxes.
So,
man, you a jack of all trades, brother.
I got fired. Right, they fired me.
Yeah,
I was doing taxes too.
Okay,
so they fired me. I'm already doing taxes. I made more money doing taxes in those 3-4 months, and then my salary was for them working over there.
Wow.
Right,
okay.
So after tax season would come, after tax season, make you a nice little nest egg or whatever, but that money like drug money.
Okay.
So it's like it go fast.
Yeah.
That money go fast, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, you know what? I got to do something else on top of this. So boom, I go get my real estate license.
Okay.
So I go take the test. I go to the school. I went to Gold Coast. It's on Lantana and Job. I went to Gold Coast. I took the accelerated course. It was a week.
Okay.
So I think I go to class from like 9 to 7.
Okay.
It's like a 63-hour course.
Wow. Okay.
Right. So I do that, pass that, boom. But while I'm going through that, I'm going through one of the hardest periods in my life. Me and my son, mom had just had a bad breakup. So now she using my son as a pawn. So I'm not able to see my child. So now in the midst of this, depression kicked in. Like it was rough. Like that was the roughest part of my life.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're trying to prepare, study.
I couldn't pass that test for nothing.
Wow. Yeah.
Too
much going on, man. Too much up in
people,
the head. Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
Like people always ask me, how many times it took you to pass that test? And I can honestly say I don't know. Like I took that test so many times. And every time I was there. Right. But it's just like I couldn't get over it. And it was because I was going through it, man. I really hit rock bottom. Like I knew what it was to like really hit rock bottom.
Wow.
And then what was hard about the process was you hit rock bottom, but you ain't got nobody to help you. Wow. I get emotional now talking about it.
Yeah. But you persevered, man. You were determined.
Yeah, it was hard.
Because if you did not pass, but yet you kept going back to say, I'm going to get this, man, that takes a lot of determination. Well, and that, again, speaks to this whole idea of faith and how you integrate your faith into the work you do or into your life as a whole. So if I was to ask you, where has God been in the midst of this, what would you say? Where is God?
Right there.
He was right there.
It was right there, but see, we as people, we live in a popcorn world. Put it in, push start, boom, there go your results. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's a test without a testimony? What's a testimony without a test?
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I was going through it, God was just preparing me for what I was about to inherit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to do that. I had to go through that to be the man that I am.
Yeah.
My daddy wasn't there for me. So I didn't want my son. I wanted to break that curse.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to have a black boy out here by himself.
Yeah.
So I stood in the paint. I got a lawyer. I paid for I'm going through all this. I went and got me a lawyer. I paid for the lawyer. Once I paid for the lawyer, I remember one night I used to be drinking real heavy when I was going through that. So I used to be drinking Remy. And I remember one night I was drinking. It was like it was a Thursday night. And I was drinking and I just stopped. I'm gonna go home. And I was like, when I go home, I ain't gonna come back out till I pass this test.
All right. Wow.
And I went home and I did not come out the house, period. Like, when my bathroom was in the room. So I take a shower, come back out, study for my test.
Wow.
Want something to eat, I go downstairs, make me an egg and bacon sandwich. Something really, that's what I was eating.
Yeah.
Something really light like that. Or whatever. Go back upstairs, close the door. And then I went and took the test. When I passed, I was crying and everything.
Yeah,
I knew it was on. I knew
Yeah,
I wanted it.
Yeah,
But I finally, once I paid for that lawyer to get custody of my son, that was it.
That pressure was off of it.
And then I ended up going through the courts, and that's a process, man.
Yeah.
A lot of men, it's a lot of good fathers out here who want to be good fathers, but they go through what I went through.
The system,
We shouldn't have to have a system tell us how to parent and our children.
Right.
We should be able to be adults and sit down and co-parent.
Yeah.
When you get them people involved and get that paper involved with a structure on the days you can see your child and the number of hours you can see it, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have to be like that.
I applaud you for doing, what you're supposed to do, but wanting to be with your son and wanting custody. Do you know how many young men don't have that in their life?
But it's a lot of us that do, though. You know what I'm saying? Because when I went through my situation, I went through it in private, right?
Yeah.
And then when I won, it was crazy. When I won, I had just celebrated something. I don't remember, but I was going to Orlando when I won. And I remember I made the post on Facebook. There was so many dudes on there like, dang, bro, I know you was going through this, bro.
Wow.
Like, how I can help me, bro. Wow. Who your lawyer? Connect me with your lawyer. Like, it was so many brothers going through that. And there was women actually on the post upset that I'm actually showing dudes how to do this.
How to get that, how
you know
to
what
get
I'm
their kids,
Because it's a dirty game that they play in the courts. The courts don't respect men. The courts don't they don't. I thank God for my lawyer, and I thank God because God had already showed me, and that was another thing. When I was going through the process, God showed me where I won custody. He showed me where I lost. It was crazy. Like I was mad.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I was mad because she had wanted to put me on child support from a child, right? She put me on child support for a child I couldn't see. So now here it is, I'm paying you child support, but I still can't see my son. And I'm texting. That's how I beat it, though. I used all my screenshots in court. I went to Walgreens, printed out my screenshots, took it to court and showed the judge, like, look.
You using your head, man. You
gotta be smart. Because they slick.
Yeah.
So what happened was, he showed me in the dream, I was at the podium and I lost my child support case because they was like trying to get me for like $300 and some a month for child support, almost $4 plus back pay from the very first day he was born. And I'm showing them where he was on my paperwork, on my lease, like I wasn't absent.
Right. Yeah.
But they don't care.
Wow. But you had the documentation.
They didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't care.
Wow.
They didn't care.
Wow.
People don't care, man.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you what they did to me. And people said, so when I went to go contest it, you get a haircut? Yeah. How much you pay for your haircut? I told them what I paid for my haircut. At the time I was getting a haircut. Haircuts was like $20, $25 back then. So I'm like, I get a haircut every week. Okay. Tally it on up. You buy groceries. All my expenses, they asked me, oh, you can afford it. Boop. Child support went up.
Wow.
Almost $700 a month.
Wow.
So it's a dirty game. So
Wow.
God showed me where I lost that.
Yeah.
But then God also showed me where I won the custody.
Yeah.
So when I dreamed that I won the custody, I was at peace because I already know He done showed me.
You at the victory, man.
Go ahead and rest. I got you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So how has the real estate been going? I mean, do you sense that this is what you should be doing? I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Talk a little bit about your real estate venture here.
I love real estate, man. It's rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
It's rewarding to be used as a vessel.
Okay.
To be able to let God use you to help these people obtain home ownership.
Help their dreams come true. Yeah.
I always speak about generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for what 3-4 years before COVID hit, I was hosting a first-time home buyer seminar for free in the community every month.
Wow.
I did it consistently every month.
Wow.
Where I would get myself, my mortgage lender, my credit repair specialist, and even I'll bring in a title company.
Mm-hmm.
And in that 2-hour, 3-hour seminar, we're educating the community for free on what it takes to get home ownership, what it takes to repair your credit, what it takes to apply for a mortgage loan.
Wow. So you take the mystery out of it because, you know, a lot of people, they're a little uneasy about trying to get because they've been told no so often and haven't gotten the facts about what it really takes. So you just went through all the different things that you teach people. That's great.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we walk them through the whole entire process.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have so many success stories too. I have so many success stories where I've literally walked people through the process from my home buyer seminar all the way to the closing table.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And it's rewarding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a client who's a classmate of mine, a very good friend of mine, right? She would have been the first house I sold.
Okay.
She would have been, but she had some delays, you know. And, you know, the devil got busy, but there's no greater power than God.
That's right.
So what happened was, her name is Tiffany. She called me one day. And I remember I was sitting in my driveway. I had just got done dropping my kids off to school. She said, Troy, I don't know why, but I keep seeing this house. And God keep telling me to go get this house. But I don't got no money, Troy. I don't got no money to buy no house. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I'm like, okay. I believe in God.
Okay.
She told me God said, go see this house. What the house said, Tiffany? Let's go check it out. Let's get pre-approved. She ended up going through the process with me. She trusted me. Got pre-approved. She said, I got pre-approved, but I don't have no money to close. She said, but God told me to ask for $8,000. I'm getting a goosebump. Because it's true.
Yeah.
She put on Facebook that she need $8,000. She got $8,000.
She got $8,000.
She closed on the house.
Wow.
And like it was God.
Look at God.
It was nothing but God.
Yeah,
and to this day, she still owns her house, and God continues blessing her.
Yeah, wow.
Continues blessing that house.
Wow.
Like when I tell you, she'll call me, my mortgage just got reduced. Like God showing out. God ain't nothing happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome. Wow. Thank you for sharing that story. If you had to give advice to someone that may be who desires to be in real estate or in their own business, what might be maybe the top 3 things that you would tell them they should do?
If you're looking to get into real estate, I mean, it depends what lane you're going in, but if you go my lane, which is being a realtor, I would say first thing you do is I would recommend everybody join a team. Join a successful team.
Okay.
I think that's one thing that I regret.
So by a team, you mean a agency or organization that's already doing it and doing
so
it
a lot
well.
of real estate companies have brokerages. They have teams under them. And I just think a team helps shorten your learning curve. You know what I'm saying? You already have somebody who's been through it.
Sure.
And they can tell you how to skip these 2 steps and get to point A to point B without having no crashes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You need some direction and a little guidance.
So have a team.
So I recommend you join a team.
Okay.
I think the other thing is I would say focus on implementing systems.
Okay.
And sticking to a routine and a time management schedule.
Okay.
For real estate.
Yeah.
Just being consistent.
Yeah. So I guess part of that consistency is it takes a disciplined life to be able to do what you do, right?
It does. Yeah. It does.
Okay.
And it's hard. Like, ain't nobody perfect. You know, we all fall off the bandwagon. Like today, I had a rough day today in real estate. You know what I mean? So I checked out by 2:30 because I done had 2 deals blow up on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got 1 deal that should be closing Friday. The seller, the buyers, they don't went missing. They not answering the phone. So that deal gonna die. Then I had another deal just got canceled. So it happens. It's, in real estate, you gotta take with the good with the bad.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a lot of bad, more bad than good.
Yeah. But consistency is important. I mean, you gotta stay with it, right? I mean, so the team, have a good team, be consistent. What else?
I would say be teachable.
Teachable. So
a lot of people get in and they get egos. Like I ain't been in the game 10 years yet. I've probably been in the game. I've been in the game 7, maybe going on 7, 8 years.
Okay.
Right? I don't know it all. I don't pretend to know it all. But I got resources and I got people who got 60+ years in the business who I can go rely on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think a lot of us come in with egos. A lot of us have this thing where we want to put the horse before the carriage, how they say it.
Yeah.
And I go through some stuff, man. You ain't got dirty yet.
Yeah, right. So now the area of real estate that you are focusing mostly on is residential.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you are also, I was reading something where you're also interested in investment properties and things like that.
Yeah, I assist with, I work with investors.
Okay.
In regards to helping them with investment properties.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's what your grandmother got you into that.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That was my inspiration.
I
always say that. Even in my home buyer seminars, that's my introduction.
That's it. Yeah. Wow. So it looks like you've already told me one of your most challenging situations, and that was when you were trying to go through the process of getting into real estate with the test and having gone through the divorce and try and get custody. Is that the most challenging that you've experienced since you've been in the business, or is there something else? What would you say that's been the most difficult, challenging thing that you experienced?
Nah, that would be it.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what really Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I mean, and I can understand that. Yeah,
that was it.
So then what is the most successful thing that has occurred since you've been in the business?
Success is defined by so many different things, you know. Some people would, I sold $1 million property on single island, $1 million condo. And to some people, that was my first $1 million transaction, right?
Wow.
So some people, that would be success.
Yeah.
I would say my success is my family.
Okay.
That's what my wealth is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I got a beautiful wife.
Yeah.
We got beautiful children.
Yeah.
Beautiful grandchildren.
Yeah.
And, if you know me, you know that's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love when I get home and she on the couch with her legs like this or something, with a cover on and the kids running down the stairs.
Yeah.
So
so that's good.
I'm a family man.
Yeah, that's good. Because that's your life sounds like a balanced, full life.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Any goals that are out there for you?
I'm going to give this to you.
Okay. All right.
I have a goal where I want to start, like a real estate academy type thing. But I want to, because in real estate, and I probably catch some slack for saying it, but it's one of them industries where like you don't the black community is, for one, we not all the way together.
Okay.
So it's like you might have a few who you can reach out to get some help, but I wanna bridge that gap.
Okay.
And I wanna also, a lot of us just don't get the training and the help and the coaching and the mentoring.
Okay.
In the game that we should.
So you want to empower.
So I want to empower realtors with just getting started.
Right, okay.
And then also being there throughout the process.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's something that I want to do.
Okay.
'Cause a lot of us just don't have that coaching and the mentoring that we need. A lot of us be like, damn, what do I do? Like, what's the next step? Or how you get through this wall? Cause we all hit the wall.
Yeah.
We all go and win a few months without getting a check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I believe you're going to do it. I mean, I believe you're going to do it.
I believe it too.
Because I think there's a market for that. The need is so great. And the fact that you understand it, and because you understand it, you can pour back into it. That's great. Now, since you are a family man, and how many kids do you have?
I have 2. My wife has 2, so we got 4.
Okay.
Together.
Are you encouraging them to maybe follow in the real estate business? Are you?
No,
you let them kind of
let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Like Sean, 20 years old.
Okay.
He followed his mama footsteps.
Okay.
So my wife is a hairstylist, salon owner, hairstylist, YouTube influencer. She has her own products.
Okay. Wow. So there's entrepreneurship throughout your family. That's good.
So Sean is a barber.
Okay.
He just got his license.
Okay.
And so he's a barber. My wife just had a 1-week summer camp for her salon, where she mentored young girls for a week on doing hair from start to finish.
Wow.
And it was it's gonna be a nonprofit eventually or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's still working that out.
Okay.
But none of the girls had to pay for this event, right?
Wow.
And my daughter was one of the girls who attended.
Okay.
And so every day I'm like, how's your day? How was camp?
Yeah.
She loved the camp. I'm like, what do you think? You think you want to do hair? I think I want to do it for a hobby, but not my career.
Okay.
Ooh, what you want to do? I want to be an RN. You sure?
Okay.
My daughter's screaming. Like she see blood, she screaming.
Okay.
So I'm like, you sure? Okay, baby. That's what it is. My son, he 8, and I don't know what he want to be at. He want to be these what them dudes is he watch on TV. Paw Patrol, not Paw Patrol, but Gecko, whatever them people is, man.
Well, the ninja stuff, yeah. But one of the things, I think the theme that is running through your family, though, Troy, is this theme of giving back. I mean, that's great that becomes a priority for you in terms of wanting to. You say your wife wants to, train people, equip people. Mm-hmm. Wow, where does that come from, man?
Come from God.
Okay, but was somebody model that for you? Did you see that?
Not in my lifestyle. Not in my life. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Nobody in my life did that.
Wow,
you know what I mean? But it's just, I believe that you can't have your fist closed. Mm-hmm. How you gonna receive something? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You gotta give. It gotta balance out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I believe in tithing.
Yeah.
But I might not want to go put $500 in the collection plate. Mm-hmm. But what I might want to go do is spend $250 on getting some meals prepared, and then another $250 on buying some blankets. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
Or I might just want to go get all the youth together and feed the youth or give it back. Like I'm a part of a group called the Foundation Builders, and we go out to the schools and we talk to the youth at the schools. Yeah. first day of school, we out there giving out high fives to all the students as they get out their cars in the mornings on the first day of school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so we deep in the community for real.
Well, I love that. I love that, man, that you have that spirit of giving back. And because of that, you won't lose. I mean, you'll be blessed as a result of it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Hey, is it okay if I have a word of prayer with you?
Absolutely.
All right, let us pray. Eternal God, I am just so grateful to hear Troy's story and to just watch how you have directed his life. And Lord, I thank you because even as he has shared his story, the journey, it hasn't always been easy. But in spite of the challenges, the difficulties, you've always been there for him. And he knows that. He sees that. And he sees your presence in his life. Thank you, oh God, for the work he's doing, particularly in the work that both he and his wife are doing to give back, to help equip those who are in need of growing in specific areas and opportunities. Thank you, oh God, for being a director and a spiritual director in his life. Bless him, dear Lord. I pray that you would extend his boundaries, oh God, that more and more, greater and greater would come to him as a result of him living closer to you. So I thank you for him in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Hey, we'd like to present a tumbler to our guest. It says power to be or on the tumbler.
Okay.
And
thank you. These
every
nice.
time you see that, you'll think of us.
Absolutely.
We believe that people who are integrating their faith in their work ought to be connected, ought to be creative and courageous. And I think you're all of those. You're connective, you're creative, and you're courageous. So thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate the invite, man. I wish, man, so much prosperity and blessing to you in the podcast, man.
Okay.
I watch your show.
Okay.
I checked it out before I came on. So
right.
I watched a few, man, and you got something special here.
Good. Thank you, my brother.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you.
God bless you too.
To our audience, thank you for joining us today, and we thank God for our guests. Come and be with us again next week on the Power to Be show. God bless you.
We would like to thank this episode's sponsor, Living Word Christian Community, located at 2390 South Military Trail, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33415, where Dr. Terrell Bird is the lead pastor. The worship service begins at 10:30 a.m. in person on Facebook and Instagram Live.